My name is Molly, and today I'm going to speak to you why you, as a Missouri resident, should be against the right to work law in Missouri. The right to work law is basically saying that that a person cannot be forced to join a union or pay union dues to basically the labor union. There are currently 25 states that currently have the right to work law placed. And the push to enact the right to work law in Missouri is part of a national effort by big corporations and special interests trying to lower wages and cut benefits for the middle class families such as you and I. The law in reality provides less, meaning less wages, less benefits, lower living standards, and lack of job security. Supporters of the right to work law claim that the law protects workers who don't want to join a union or disagree with union politics. However, there is actually already a federal law protecting workers who do not want to join a union and, like I said, not get a part of union politics. The right to work is wrong for Missouri workers and also wrong for businesses, our economy in Missouri. It's basically wrong for everyone. The label is extremely misleading. Right to work legislation does nothing to create jobs, nor does it provide rights or freedom to the worker. Martin Luther King said it best in 1961. In our glorious fight for civil rights, we must guard against being fooled by false slogans, such as the right to work. It is a law to rob us of our civil rights and job rights. Its purpose is to destroy labor unions and the freedom of collective bargaining, by which unions have improved wages and working conditions of everyone. Wherever these laws have been passed, wages have been lowered, job opportunities are fewer, and there are no civil rights. We do not intend to let them do this to us. We demand this fraud to be stopped. Our weapon is our vote. The facts of right to work are actually pretty interesting and kind of scary. Right to work equals lower wages for everyone. The average worker in a right to work state makes 3.2 less than a worker that is in a state where right to work does not exist. Whether they are in the union or not, the wages are lower. Right to work endangers job safety, health standards, and employee benefits. Less likely to have either health insurance in a right to work state, and also no pensions through their job. Right to work is also wrong for Missouri's economy. It does not create jobs for us. Communities actually lose jobs due to wages being lower. The right to work does not improve the employment rate or boost economic growth. Actually, statistics show that 8 out of 12 states with the highest unemployment are right to work states. Kind of weird. And right to work cuts wages and stifles job growth by reducing people's income. And when people make less, they spend less. And 7 out of 10 poorest states in America are right to work states. And since we are talking about lower wages, the average worker in a right to work state makes $5,971 less annually. A median household makes $6,500 less, which is 11.8%. If you would take a middle class family in a right to work state and a middle class family in a state that is not right to work, the right to work median salary would be $49,220, where a state that does not have right to work would be $55,788. The rate of workplace death in a right to work state is 54.4% higher in states with these laws. and that's according to the Bureau of Labor Statistics. This is most likely due to the fact that workers are not properly trained since they are not part of the union. Right to work states also have a 14.4 higher poverty rate, and infant mortality is 14.2% higher in right to work states. I had a face-to-face interview with a union worker of Local 57, which is a electrical union. His name is Don Heberer, and I asked him the following questions. If right to work were to pass, how would it affect you personally? He answered, it would weaken the unions in the area, and if it weakened to a certain point, it would possibly collapse the union altogether. I would lose my pension, my retirement, my health care, and my mandatory raises. I would also lose the right for a fair wage. Why do you believe they are working so hard to get this passed in Missouri? He believes that it's being backed by big money. Corporate who want to drive down wages, take away benefits, and do away with collective bargaining. They call it right to work, but in reality are taking away the workers' rights. For those who don't know what collective bargaining is, can you explain this? Don answered, the right of a group of employees to negotiate with their employer wages and fringe benefits. So basically, if right to work was to pass in Missouri, a union worker would, well, there would be no union worker, but a worker would not have the chance to talk to his employer and negotiate his wage. He would no longer get raises. The employer could actually hire a person, a non-union guy, and he could make $15 an hour, where the person that was in union basically could lose his job and he could just get fired because he's not protected by that union anymore. The reason that this is important to me is because my fiance is a journeyman electrician and is a part of a union. The union protects him as a worker and also us as a family. If right to work were to pass, it would affect our family tremendously. He would lose his pension, he would lose his retirement, he would lose his health care, insurance. My child would no longer have insurance. I would no longer have insurance. It's just wrong for families in Missouri. That is one of the reasons, and many reasons, why you as a Missouri resident should be against the right to work. Thank you.